Hi, it's Joseph here from Kukubara Advanced Hypnotherapy, and today I would like to talk to you about personality parts. Most of us will have about 20 surface parts which come and go through the consciousness quite frequently, and hundreds of underlying parts which lie deep inside your subconscious mind. Let me explain what I mean by personality parts. Good example would be, let's say you are cooking and suddenly you open the fridge and you look inside the fridge and realize, now what did I want it from here? Very common situation. People might think, oh, I'm going old, I'm going crazy, or my memory is not good anymore. No. What just happened? The cooking part of you which was cooking and needed some maybe sour cream from the fridge, just left the consciousness, and another part would come into the consciousness which didn't know idea what that cooking part wanted. And it usually takes few seconds until those two parts communicate and realize, okay, grab the sour cream and shut the door. So this is the part I'm talking about. Another good example would be, let's say a long weekend is coming up and you have a lot of work to do. So you decide, okay, if I start Saturday morning 7 o'clock sharp, during the weekend I would be able to do this and that, and hopefully I will finish all work by Monday. So just to make sure, you set up the alarm clock so you get up Saturday morning 7 o'clock sharp. So Saturday morning comes, alarm goes off, and you would say, okay, let's do it. Try to get up from the bed, and another part of you would say, hang on, mind, what's wrong with you? It's Saturday. Another 20 minutes wouldn't hurt you. So this is what I mean by parts. Now those parts are actually your resources. Resources, how you are able to function in this reality or in this life of yours. Mostly those parts, they have been developed in early childhood. You would have, let's say, cooking part, gardening part, maybe ironing part, or maybe some handy part. Dad show you how to do some magic in the workshop. So many parts which are actually, as I said, your resources. Now, because those parts have been developed in early childhood, it is very easy for them to get emotionally hurt, or we call it dented. The part would get dented. And it happens very, very easily and innocently. Let's explore a scenario like, let's say you are first grader at school and you did some drawing and your teacher praised you. She praised you, this is really good, really nice drawing. And maybe she liked your drawing so much, she would pull up your drawing and show to all class. Class, this is the drawing this child made. And this is how it's supposed to look like. This is what I was after. So just imagine how proud you would be feeling. Teacher just praised me. You would be very excited. Almost cannot wait to come home and show your mom. Teacher praised me. So you would come home very excited and you say, Mom, look, teacher praised me and this is a drawing I've done. And your mom happens to be, for example, cooking dinner. And she would say, Mary, or whatever name might be, not now, can't you see I'm busy, I'm cooking dinner. Now, imagine if you could what would happen to excitement of that child? It would go flat. That child would be feeling rejection. Now, because as a 6 years old or 7 years old, that child does not have ability to really understand what just happened. Could not understand that, yes, mom was busy, but she was busy by cooking dinner for me, so I don't go hungry to bed. That ability is not evolved yet. The child would feel only rejection. The worst part would be in the morning you find out you're drawing in a rubbish bin. Might end up in there by accident. Maybe your brother came, what is this? Chuck it in a rubbish bin. In that case, child would feel ultimate rejection. And since that time, there are certain triggers in your environment which would trigger that Vedic part or dentic part to the consciousness. And not only that, by coming to the consciousness, it would bring that feeling of rejection or fear or what case might be with it. And that is the reason some people are saying, I don't know what happened, I was feeling alright and suddenly I started to feel like crap. You might smell the smell of the soup mom was cooking, or maybe you heard the song which was playing on the radio when this incident happened, and that would be enough to trigger that Vedic part to come to the consciousness and bring in those unpleasant feelings. And you have another part, very strong one, and that is probably the strongest part you have. And that part would come to the rescue. It would say, hang on, don't have to feel like that. I'm going to help you. Let's have a look what's in the fridge. Usually women are the best at this. Women with a weight problem. So you open the fridge or freezer and you say, ice cream, okay, let's go for it. Then you start to eat ice cream and all those flavors and chills and textures will push that part, that Vedic part, back to the subconscious mind. In more extreme situation, it would be alcohol or cigarettes. People light up, feel anxious. Or in a really extreme situation, gambling addiction. Usually people who are alone, they come from work, nobody at home, and suddenly it hits them. And this strongest part is so strong it feels almost like you are possessed. You are absolutely defenseless against this. So what you do, just go to casino, and again, all these lights and music and sounds will suppress that Vedic part back to the subconscious mind. And the strongest part would go away only when you lose all your money. And then some more sensible part would come to the consciousness and it would realize, oh my God, what I've done. I've lost all my money. How am I going to be living for the next 14 days? So this is what actually is happening. And therefore, no matter what kind of client I have here, if it's smoking, weight loss, anxious, anxieties, or whatever reason, doesn't really matter. I'm always looking for those Vedic parts. Because from my own experience, I can tell you, in 90% of all cases, those Vedic parts are responsible for unwanted behavior. If it's binge eating, binge drinking, drug addiction, gambling, same thing. And those Vedic parts needs to be healed. So I always searching for those Vedic parts, bring them to the surface, heal them, and once they are healed, they are not going to give you any problem. They will be happily there staying on the subconscious level. So you will not experience anymore that compulsive feeling, I have to light up cigarette, I have to have a drink, I have to have an ice cream, or I have to have a chocolate. or whatever the case might be. So this is for you to understand what is actually happening in your life. Because I always say, the knowledge is the power. And I really like to empower people. So if you find you have this kind of problems, don't hesitate to ring me up. Book your free, no obligation session so we can find out what actually you need, what your needs are. And I will be able to give you some good, easy to follow tools. And together with hypnosis, we can heal your problem. You don't have to suffer anymore. So I hope I will hear from you soon.